feeling.
So the first thing that you want with a white paper is it needs to be comprehensive. It needs to tell you all the details. So everything from, the very basic stuff of how it works, what they're trying to do, what they're trying to achieve, to the more complex stuff in terms of maybe some of the, something like a 10x, like the comet and how that works, and some of the things that are further down the line in terms of their roadmap. But also, the key that I've found is good white papers are normally around 30 to 40 pages. Now, I have read some good ones which were 68 pages, a little bit of a long read, unfortunately, but it gave me all the information that I need. And the one good thing that's happening at the moment is that where someone's got a really large white paper, they're also doing like a 2-pager as well. So a bit of a reference piece. So the amount of ICOs that I look at, like sometimes everything can start to turn into wallpaper. But then again, when I come across something special, then that really stands out. But you want it to be really comprehensive. You want all the information. You want to walk away from reading the white paper and not have too many questions. If that happens, that's a good white paper. The other thing that you want is a clear vision. Now, a couple of companies that I can call out here who really can articulate their vision very clearly is Cryos and 10x. Incredibly clear about where they're going, what they're doing. And then there's other companies out there that don't even know what time of day it is. I don't think they've even heard of a vision statement before. So that's quite worrying if they don't know where they're going. And if you do any success training and bits and pieces, you'll know how important it is to have some structured goals and a clear vision of where you're going and how you're going to do it and what you're going to do. Market data. So really understanding, is there a gap in the market? Could this product be useful and will it be used? And then I always verify that data. So in the really good white papers, they will have a couple of reference links in terms of where they've got that data from, so you can go and follow it back and do some additional research on that and really understand that marketplace a lot better. Because I know when I'm looking at things like grocery market, really afraid with that, got 20 years experience in it. Marketing and sales, got 20 years experience in there. There's other things out there that I have no clue about. So I don't know, something like the medical industry. I haven't, apart from the sales and marketing side, which I'll probably understand quite well, actually how that works, I haven't a Scooby. So I really need to go back and do additional research on the research to really understand, do I really understand that marketplace? Do I understand how it works? And where does this product come into play? Then you want transparency, and like I've just alluded to, the good white papers will link all of the reference to the data or quotes or wherever they've got their information from. And that's really good because you want that. And you also want them to be able to articulate very clearly, their plan, what they're doing, how they're doing it. Because I've read some white papers where they don't do that. They've got this, it sounds like a great product. You start reading it, it's like, yeah, this sounds really good. And then they get some like how it works and they can't articulate it. So probably because they don't know how they're going to do it yet or something like that. But, and you really want transparency in the white paper. You want them to have a solid business plan. Now, this will come in several formats. So one would be the roadmap. Another one would be a forecast of sales and maybe how many people they think will sign up to the card in year 1, 2, 3. How many people, what the money will be spent. And then what does that articulate into total revenue, and then what is your slice of the pie if it was, say, a coin where you got a kickback off it, for instance. So you want to see a very clear business plan, and also you want to see them when they go live, that they start hitting those milestones as well. In terms of the tech presentation, this needs to be really easy to read. It needs to be really easy to understand and sort of thing. So my sister has no clue about blockchain. She's a dental hygienist. However, if I gave her the presentation and she picked it up, she'd have at least a clue of what it was by the end of reading it, at least. And honestly, once you're in the space for a lot longer, you start to understand a lot more. But it needs to be that easy. If she looked at me like starry-eyed, I ain't got a clue, it hasn't been written in a way that they, somebody who's new to maybe crypto can get it, because that's how it should be written. That anybody can pick it up and anyone can understand it really, really quickly. The other thing you want is a great website. Now, I've put this in white paper because it was sort of a little bit of an area on its own, but you want to be able to access the white paper really easily, and the easiest way is through a website. And you want an easy to navigate website, which again will highlight some of the key points of maybe the roadmap, the team, so you have a quick reference point to check information as well.